and I cannot wait to see the third one. I'm gonna suggest South America.
All
There
right.
you go.
I like
I love
that.
it. I love how everyone's calling their everyone's
Buenos
saying the
Aires.
third one.
Buenos Aires.
I've never
Perfecto, Mark.
been.
Life a la Latina presenta Socialiciando. Sí, Socialiciando. Con Alicia Civita.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
So we talked before the first movie came out, and I'm very excited to have the chance to talk to you again. I feel that my life changed with the Morgan's life. So did yours, I guess. What was the big, Michelle, what was the thing that when you saw that script said, oh my God, will I be able to do this? Because Jessica does things.
Yeah, Jessica definitely, she gets to utilize her strengths as an athlete, as a decathlete, in the second film, and I just thought that was so fun the way that they continued on with that aspect of her character, her personality. She's a little bit spicy and she likes to have fun and she goes for it. The fact that I got to do it, the backdrop of London and Paris, I was so excited. It's I love that the Morgans get to go abroad and we get to see them having a brand new experience, and audiences are going to get to live vicariously through them on this international adventure, but still get to watch them and be sort of entertained by by very similar dynamics that they had in the first Family Plan.
So Mark, I mean, when I find actors doing these crazy fights and it looks fun, but I know it's hard to recover. As a producer, what made you say yes to those fights with Kit? Because it gets to a point that, like, I would say, maybe not, not this one.
No, it's going to be difficult, especially on a moving bus or in a bell tower. But at the same time, I think it's going to be very exciting and something that you haven't seen before. So you always kind of sign up thinking it's cool, and then when you get there on the day, then you're regretting it. But
And the day after.
yes, and then but by that time it's too late. So it's going to be great, and then it will live on forever, and you will recover.
Um, I mean, I was very moved because I also have teenage children, and the action is great, and the adventures and the backdrop and all that. But the pain and pride to see these kids growing up and moving away, you want to see them fly, but you're mourning for you. In your personal lives, have you had these experiences?
Quite a bit, quite a bit. Yeah, my daughter going off to college. Kids just growing up, and you feel like, but my wife and I, this is a big topic for us because she doesn't deal with it well either. She was born to be a mom, and the idea of kids going off or having their own life, it's even though we both did it ourselves and left home at an early age, it's not something that's going to go well, that we're bracing ourselves for.
It's hard. I can also tell it's hard. So, Michelle, this is your second production back to back that you've been filming abroad. Is there any, I mean, of course, Thailand is different from London and Paris, but is there, what do you bring that is home? How do you like said, okay, I have these things?
I mean, truly, I bring things like my pillow. And I try to actually, despite me spending a lot of time away from my home and oftentimes my family, I travel a lot on the weekends, obviously returning home to them. I really try to make my family a part of my adventure and my experience. And that's really important to me because I really want them to understand what I do for a living, but I want them to understand and see how much I love getting to do what I get to do. And this was a great opportunity. In fact, time last year, and we were really enjoying ourselves. And I called up my husband and you guys have to come to London. We're going to have Christmas in London. with the kids, and you know, we got a tree, and we sort of had different traditions, but we went ice skating and did all sorts of different things. And for me, that makes traveling abroad, working abroad, a lot more palatable.
Of course. And I think that life, I mean, this was life imitating art, in
Correct.
which the Morgans were having a free vacation, and now you were having a special Christmas for them. So
Exactly. Exactly.
that was fantastic. Thank you so much for doing it, and I cannot wait to see the third one. I'm gonna suggest South America. There you
Nice.
go.
I like
I love
that.
it. I love how everyone's calling their everyone's
Buenos
saying the
Aires.
third one.
Buenos Aires.
I've never
Perfecto,
been. I
Mark.
really want to go.
There you go, in a vineyard.
Come and
Bye.
stay.